Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the 6th scenario from Jadwiga campaign. The fruits of her labor after an epic 5th scenario which was extremely hardcore. With a very difficult achievement, we have another achievement where we should kill 2 enemy commanders. So it should be a level with big battle. Let's try now.
June the 3rd, 1410. It has been years since I last entered this room. I always expect her to be lying there, with our daughter on her breast, in that bed now covered with dust. Smiling, glowing the way only they can who know in their bones that their days on earth are numbered. My Jadwiga. Her heart was broken one time too many after our daughter died, only 4 days old. Jadwiga was sick with grief, and with a fever that would not pass. But despite it all, she held true to her duty through that youthful twilight. She told me to marry again, to marry a granddaughter of the legendary Polish king Casimir the Great. This, she said, would strengthen my claim to Poland's throne once she was gone, and prevent another civil war. I had broken her heart when I took her from Prince William. I had broken it again when the child I gave her died in her arms. To obey this desire was the least I could do. She died just 2 weeks after our daughter. Much has changed since then. Poland and Lithuania have grown stronger together. Now, the time has come for us to not only survive, but to conquer our old enemies. We are at war again with the Teutonic Order. But we no longer cower from their discipline and military prowess. We strive to match it. We march now on Marienburg, the Teutonic capital. Once the dust settles on the ruins of that fortress, the union of Poland and Lithuania, the wedding ring of Jadwiga, will stand stronger than ever before.
That was a big twist in the scenario. I wasn't expecting for such a very heavy outcome. So incredible. Very sad what happened actually. Jadwiga is not with us in this battle. We're probably gonna play with Jogaila. Not entirely sure what Vytautas will do with us now. If he's gonna be with us to help. You soon have to deal with the main Teutonic army. To prevail, must first increase the size of our army. You can do so by hiring mercenaries who will join you at the final battle, and by taking Teutonic fortress, which will free up the Polish soldiers besieging them. Sacking Prussia will also reduce the strength of its army in the finale. You will most likely not have time to complete all their objectives, but each one will increase your chance of victory in the final battle. So interesting. Sack Prussia by destroying its 5 town centers. Destroy the 2 Teutonic strongholds to free up their besiegers for the final battle. Our mercenary band by accumulating 10,000 gold and then selecting its leader. Destroy enemy trade workshops to gain extra resources. Use Jogaila in combat. The more experience that he gains, the stronger he will become. Jogaila begins in the Imperial Age and can support a population of 200, but cannot build a market or convert enemy buildings. Okay. Your time before Judon's force you into battle is limited. Spend it wisely. When time runs out, you will lose control of your starting assets and the action will shift the location of the final battle. Oh. Your prior decisions will determine the strength of your forces and those of your opponents. Gold is scarce, spending most of it in soldiers early on is tempting, but buying mercenaries is a long-term investment. The Teutonic fortresses are intimidating targets, but taking them will ensure that the soldiers besieging them can join you for the final battle. Okay, if you need assistance, you can use Town 31 to tell Vytautas to attack an enemy. Joanna Vitautas, oh, he's with us, by the way, have arrived in Prussia with a large vanguard. They must gather enough troops to defeat the Teutonic army in battle before they make their way north. West armies of the Teutonic Order, Tigray, have been spotted to the west, marching north to protect their capital of Marienburg and seeking an opportunity to force in battle. Some of their soldiers are also guarding the fortress of Soldal and Jugenbach, currently besieged by the Polish army. The country resides dominated by the towns of Prussia, Royal. Their inhabitants will not attack you, but they will defend themselves should you attack them first. Yeah, we're probably gonna raid Prussia. That's what I'm gonna try. So, spread around the countryside, there are several groups of mercenaries that have tried to join you, but not without pay, of course. Word is spread that the Knights of the Lizard Union take Orange comprise part of the Teutonic army. While loyal to the order, these knights also have strong ties to Poland and only reluctantly fight against the Polish crown. Lastly, the force to the north appears to be impenetrable. Okay, that's mysterious. That's a very, very weird thing. Yeah, we're gonna try to sack Prussia, okay? And we're gonna try to sack Prussia. And we are Poland? I believe that we are.
Witajcie.
Gotowa tak też uczynię.
Our forces are tied
Zbieracz.
up in siege.
Rozkazania jestem górnikiem.
We must secure these lands and hire as many mercenaries as possible before we face the Teutons.
Gotów jest. Natychmiast wykonam. Rozkazania natychmiast wykonam. Witajcie. Jestem górnikiem.
Tak. Witajcie. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Okay, destroy that.
Let us ravage these lands. I have been itching for a fight for months.
Owszem, do waszych usług. Pojmuję. Atakujmy! Do broni! Atakujmy! Owszem, do broni! Naprzód! Dobrze, atakujmy! Naprzód! Jakieś rozkazania?
Tak. Gotów natychmiast jest. Tak, jestem górnikiem.
Rwal. Tak. Natychmiast jestem wiedźmiczką.
Okay.
Owszem, pojmuję was. Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię.
Witajcie. Sprawiacz.
So let's try. What else? Well, trade workshop are also places able that I can raid. So interesting. Yeah, my best route to do this is by here.
Rozkazania? Tak, rozkazania natychmiast wykonam. Sprawiacz.
Owszem, do waszych
Oh yeah,
usług.
I can use
Jakieś
Jadwiga.
rozkazania? Do waszych usług. Pojmuję was. Tak uczynię. Tak, dobrze, tak uczynię. Owszem, pojmuję was. Atakujmy! Dobrze, tak uczynię.
Great.
Do waszych usług. Pojmuję was. Panie.
Gotów jestem. Rozkazania? Sprawiacz.
Gotowam jest.
Witajcie. Natychmiast wykonam. Sprawiacz. Tak, sprawiacz.
Oh yeah, there was a trade workshop there.
Witajcie. Sprawiacz. Tak, sprawiacz.
Owszem, dobrze, dobrze, tak uczynię. Jakieś rozkazania? Dobrze, tak uczynię. Dobrze, tak uczynię. Atakujmy! Do waszych naprzód! Jakieś rozkazania? Atakujmy! Atakujmy! Naprzód! Do waszych usług.
Atakujmy!
Jakieś rozkazania?
Pojmuję,
Do waszych usług. Dobrze, tak uczynię.
Tak. Witajcie. Tak też
Pojmuję.
uczynię. Drwal. Tak. Jestem górniczką.
Witajcie, Drwal. Gotów
Witaj,
jestem.
Drwal. Tak też uczynię. Drwal.
Tak. Natychmiast
Witajcie.
wykonam. Drwal.
Owszem.
Okej.
Pojmuję was. Jakieś rozkazania? Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię.
They seem to be quite weak.
Jakieś rozkazania?
Rozkazania?
Tak uczynię. Owszem.
Tak. Sprawiacz. Pojmuję. Sprawiacz. Gotów jestem. Sprawiacz.
Do waszych usług. Jakieś rozkazania?
Atakujmy!
Do waszych pojmuję. Owszem. Tak uczynię. Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię. Owszem. Tak uczynię.
Let's destroy it.
Rozkazania. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Do waszych usług. Do broni! Jakieś rozkazania? Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię. Jakieś rozkazania? Owszem.
Oh crap.
Do waszych usług. Atakujmy! Do broni! Do waszych usług. Jakieś rozkazania? Do waszych broni!
Tak.
Witajcie.
Witajcie. Łowię zwierzynę.
Gotowa jest. Gotowa jest. Wykonam.
Owszem. Dobrze. Pojmuję was. Tak uczynię. Do waszych usług. Owszem. Pojmuję was. Do waszych usług. Jakieś rozkazania? Pojmuję was. Tak uczynię. Pojmuję was. Jakieś rozkazania?
Oh yeah, there is. I should not forget about this.
Witajcie.
Gotów
Tak
jestem.
uczynię.
Tak też uczynię.
Sprawiacz. Scratch!
Owszem.
I will be fine. Just get me back to camp and fill my goblet.
I can see the banners of the Lizard Union among the enemy ranks. These knights have always had connections to Poland. If we can reach their leader, we may be able to convince him to stand his forces down.
Okay, this is one of the dudes that are actually a problem. Uh-oh.
Jakieś rozkazania? Atakujmy! Do broni! Naprzód! Owszem. Pojmuję. Atakujmy! Do waszych usług. Pojmuję. Dobrze. Do broni! Tak uczynię. Owszem.
Rozkazania? Sprawia.
Rozkazania. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Jakieś rozkazania?
Gotów jestem. Tak. Gotów jestem.
Tak. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Do waszych usług. Atakujmy! Pojmuję. Tak uczynię. Jakieś rozkazania? Pojmuję. Dobrze. Tak uczynię. Do waszych usług. Was. Dobrze. Tak uczynię. Jakieś rozkazania? Dobrze. Tak uczynię.
Tak.
Witaj. Łowię zwierzynę. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Do waszych usług. Pojmuję was. Jakieś rozkazania? Tak uczynię. Tak, panie. Pojmuję. Tak uczynię.
Okay, they just try it. Nice.
Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię. Jakieś rozkazania? Tak uczynię.
Gotowa wam jest? Rozkazania? Jestem sprawiaczką.
Witajcie, sprawiacz.
Witajcie. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Do waszych usług. Owszem, pojmuję was. Do waszych usług. Tak uczyni. Jakieś rozkazania? Do waszych usług. Owszem, pojmuję was. Jakieś rozkazania?
Wow.
Owszem, pojmuję. Dobrze, tak uczyni.
Okay, let's try to defeat this camp, and also we're gonna focus with part of our forces here.
Rozkazania?
Rozkazania? Tak też uczynię. Jestem sprawiaczką. Jestem
Witajcie.
sprawiaczką. Tak, pojmuję. Jestem górniczką.
Gotów jestem. Tak. Sprawiacz.
Witajcie. Gotowa
Drwal.
jest?
Okay, hold it, destroy the strongholds. Should I simply kill everything, or? Hey, what is that? Did they kill everything?
Jakieś rozkazania? Pojmuję was. Tak uczyni. Owszem, jakieś rozkazania? Owszem, pojmuję was. Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię.
Believe that I should destroy every single castle there.
Rozkazania?
Gotów jestem. Tak też natychmiast wykonam. Jestem górnikiem.
Jakieś rozkazania? Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię. Pojmuję was. Tak uczynię.
Oh, what a completely mess. Probably if I destroy that castle, yeah, I was gonna complete the objective.
This castle is ours. Its Polish besiegers will join us in battle
Owszem.
against the Teutonic Order when the time comes.
Tak, panie.
Okay, not gonna travel with this guy because they should kill actually him. That's part of the objective. And there is also another hero that I should kill during battle.
This castle is ours. Its Polish besiegers will join us in battle against the Teutonic Order when the time comes.
A terrible tragedy has struck our homeland, Your Highness. And that tragedy is peace! We are entirely out of work!
Gotowam
But-
jest.
We would
Tak.
be happy to offer
Jestem
a
sprawiaczką.
discount
Gotowam
if
jest.
you
Jestem
would care to
sprawiaczką.
hire us.
You already know the loyalty of my family. My father Toktymish fought many wars by Vytautas'
Do
side.
waszych usług.
For a modest price,
Owszem.
my men and I will be your fiercest warriors.
My men and I have
Witaj,
come
witaj,
from
moje.
Bohemia to fight for you,
Bywaj.
your highness, should you desire our services. We will be yours to command for a fair price.
Tak.
Tak też uczynię. Natychmiast wykonam. Tak też uczynię. Pojmuję.
Prussia is under our control. Let us march on the Teutonic capital.
Jogaila, my scouts inform me that the Teutons have camped near the village of Grunwald, right on the road to Marienburg.
So, they want to force a battle before we reach their capital. Very well. Our ranks are filled and morale is high. We will meet the order in the field.
Oh my.
The pagan king has decided to face us at last. I was starting to think that you had fled back to Poland.
Form ranks, men! I shall take the right flank with my Lithuanian forces. I have a plan that I want to try out.
My lord, two riders are approaching from the Teutonic camp.
Our Grand Master sends these two swords to you, King Jogaila. He says that they will prove useful, if you ever muster the courage to face him in the field.
Tell your master that he has waited long enough. I will return these swords to him, lodged in two of his commanders.
Okay,
The
so two
time
commanders.
has come! Charge, men! For God and Poland!
Jakieś
Oh
rozkazania?
my.
Pojmuję was. Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię. Jakieś rozkazania? Tak uczynię. Owszem, pojmuję was. Tak uczynię. Do waszych usług. Tak uczynię. Pojmuję was. Jakieś rozkazania? Do broni! Do waszych usług. Pojmuję was. Naprzód! Pojmuję was.
Blizzard Union.
Owszem, dobrze, tak uczynię.
Let's go.
Do waszych usług.
The Teutons are sending another wave towards us!
Pull back, men! Let us feign a retreat to lure the Teutons out of formation. And then turn and charge them when they are vulnerable.
The Lithuanians are fleeing the battle. Run them down!
Crap. Was part of my army trapped there? I must lure this guy because I really want to kill you.
My plan worked. Return to the battlefield and charge once more into the Crusader lines.
Jakieś rozkazania? Atakujmy! Owszem, dobrze, tak, dobrze. Tak uczyń, tak, panie. Naprzód! Jakieś rozwiązania? Tak uczyń.
Must kill that guy.
Do waszych do broni! Jakieś rozwiązania? Tak uczyń. Owszem, atakujmy! Do waszych pojmuję was. Naprzód! Dobrze, tak, do broni! Pojmuję was. Naprzód! Tak, do broni! Pojmuję was. Naprzód! Dobrze, atakujmy! Tak, pan. Do broni! Pojmuję was. Dobrze, pojmuję was. Atakujmy! Tak, pan. Naprzód! Dobrze, atakujmy! Tak, pan. Atakujmy! Pojmuję was.
Tis but a scratch. I will be fine. Just get me back to camp and fill my goblet.
The Teutons are sending another wave towards us!
We should have prevailed by now. But we shall turn the tide with one final valiant push. Ride, my knights! Ride with me into the fray!
Nice. We're gonna get you. You're dead.
The Grand Master has fallen! We are doomed.
No quarter. Wait, so I lose now? Often got a penalty after the death. Okay, Jadwiga, you are my only hope here. Look at that stats. 13 plus 43. Let's try to kill and defeat the Lizard Union and see what happens. Are they defeated now? And then you're gonna try to get more experience. I'm really curious if there are more of these guys. Hey, I cannot put... Oh, yeah. Let's try to get to infinity. Just destroy the pavilion. Let's try to put 100 for you, Kyla. We need more attack and more HP. Yeah, we destroyed, I believe, every single pavilion here.
Teutonic Order is retreating, and nearly all of their knights lie slain. We have claimed a magnificent victory today, men.
Amazing. Whew. We did it. That was very hardcore, and we got a very powerful Yogila. The Star of the Poles achievement was unlocked, along with achievement that we got right after killing the Teutonic Order Master, Grandmaster. Amazing.
We were never able to take the fortress of Marienburg. But in the end, it did not matter. The Teutons were crushed. Their masters lay slain on the fields of Grunwald, and the Order would never truly recover. We held a wild celebration. Vytautas was more drunk with pride, joy, and wine than anyone else after that Tatar maneuver that helped win the battle. After a few hours, I could no longer stand the heat of that great tent. The shouting and the music and the laughter of so many victorious men. I slipped out into the darkness, down to a small stream near our camp. I sat there in silence, giving thanks to God for our victory, and listening to the murmur of the stream and the cold evening wind. I could not help but think of her then, my Jadwiga, who made all this possible. I lost you too soon, and Poland lost its brightest star. But now, at last, I know that your dream will live on, where you could not. I could hear a bell tolling then. A friar, somewhere in the distance, hailing the arrival of the night with that deep, resounding music. It has been a long time since I noticed such things. The little things of beauty that season our days of war and toil and make them almost palatable.
Well, that was incredible. That was a very, very good scenario. I really like it. It's a two-part scenario. First, build and destroy, and then you get rolling fixed force. And to my surprise, it did not matter the amount of siege. The only thing that could really help me would having the mercenaries help. But in the end, that was the best thing that I could do, and I managed to do what was properly intended, probably. So yeah, that's a good kill and death ratio, and we also got a very powerful Yogana in the end. Prussia got a pretty good economy, by the way. Yep, that was it. So let me return to the map. Oh yeah, everything else is wiped out. Probably to save my processor performance and such, they just wipe out everything. The lizard unit should fight, because with this you won't be able to unlock the achievement, because they can actually will leave if you talk to them. There is a cinematic, and yeah, you should they should be there, and they should be fought in order to unlock the achievement. And then I kill him, and then after the Grandmaster. Grandmaster should always be there to be killed. And look this, that's 70, 80 attack. Yogala is a machine, is total brutal. That's one of the best heroes that I ever saw. Oh my. And this is another incredible thing. You cannot click on these things. They are white, apparently. So maybe white is an unclickable on scenario part. But here you could actually practice with the Yogala. Noster is a paladin wandering here. Weird. Probably gonna report us, I don't know. Maybe the Lizard Union, if they are defeated, we would get something in the end during the battle. Yeah, and I have no idea which mercenary would be better. So yeah, make sure to try with mercenaries, but you definitely can win without mercenaries. But you need a Polish army. They were of a great help during the whole game. So, thanks for watching, and I see you next time. The Jadwiga campaign was excellent, one of the best that I ever played.